Direct News TV. August 12, 2023. Russia-Ukraine War, Ukraine fired rockets at Crimea Bridge, Moscow. Russian officials claim that Ukraine unsuccessfully attempted to strike the Crimea Bridge with rockets on 2 occasions. A Su-30 fighter jet crashed during a training flight in Russia's Kaliningrad region, killing the 2 pilots on board. Moscow condemns terrorist attack, threatens response. Russia's foreign ministry condemned on Saturday what it called Ukraine's terrorist attack on the Crimean Bridge, saying it put innocent civilians' lives at risk and vowed retaliation. There can be no justification for such barbaric actions, and they will not go unanswered, ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said in a statement on the Telegram messaging app. Russian fighter jet crashes in Kaliningrad region, 2 pilots killed, RIA. A Su-30 fighter jet crashed during a training flight on Saturday in Russia's Kaliningrad region, killing the 2 pilots on board, RIA news agency quoted the defense ministry as saying. The Su-30 aircraft crashed in a deserted area. The flight was being carried out without ammunition. The crew of the aircraft died, the ministry said in a statement cited by Russian news agency RIA. It said the likely cause of the crash was a technical malfunction but gave no further information. Kaliningrad is a Russian exclave sandwiched between Poland and Lithuania, both NATO member states, on the Baltic Sea. Another rocket downed over Kerch Strait, Russian official. The Russian-installed governor of Crimea said that Russian forces had downed another rocket over the Kerch Strait, Interfax news agency reported, following an earlier attack that Russia's defense ministry said had involved 2 Su-200 rockets. Another enemy rocket shot down over the Kerch Strait, Sergei Aksionov said on the Telegram messaging app, quoted by Interfax. Thank you to our air defense forces for a high level of professionalism and vigilance. Ukraine starts registering ships for Black Sea corridor. Ukraine, which is seeking to form safe shipping routes in the Black Sea, has started registering ships willing to use a humanitarian corridor, according to a local news agency. The corridor would release cargo ships that have been trapped in its port since the war began and would test Russia's de facto blockade since Moscow abandoned a deal last month to let Kyiv export grain. Registration is now open, and the coordinator is already working, Interfax Ukraine quoted Ukrainian Navy spokesman Dmytro Pletenchuk as saying. Of course, everything will take place under the supervision of the Ukrainian armed forces. We are doing everything we can to ensure security, Pletenchuk said. Russia has not indicated whether it would respect the shipping corridor, and shipping and insurance sources have expressed safety concerns. Ukraine's grain harvest exceeds expectations. Ukraine's grain harvest this year is exceeding expectations and could be 5% higher than in 2022, thanks to favorable weather, a senior agriculture ministry official said on Saturday. Ukraine is a major global grain producer and exporter, but its production has been affected by Russia's full-scale invasion, which began in February 2022. This, the harvest, is more than expected. Thanks to good weather and rains in the summer, production could be 5% higher than in 2022, Taras Vysotsky, the first deputy agriculture minister, told national television. He did not give an estimated volume for the harvest but said farmers had already threshed about 23 million tons of grain. Ukraine tried to hit Crimea Bridge with rockets, Moscow. Russia's defense ministry reported that Ukraine had tried unsuccessfully to attack the Crimean Bridge across the Kerch Strait with S-200 rockets, but that no damage or casualties had been caused. The S-200 is a strategic surface-to-air missile system developed by the Soviet Union. The 12-mile, 19 kilometers, bridge, which links Russian-annexed Crimea to Russia, has come under repeated attacks since the start of the war. The Ukrainian missile was detected in a timely manner and was intercepted in the air by Russian air defense systems. No damage or casualties were reported, the ministry said in a statement. In a statement posted earlier on the Telegram messaging app, Russian-installed Crimea Governor Sergei Aksionov said anti-aircraft defenses near the bridge had downed 2 rockets. He also said the bridge was undamaged. 2 killed in Russian shellings, Ukrainian officials. An elderly woman and a police officer were killed by Russian shellings in the Kharkiv region in eastern Ukraine and in Zaporizhia in the south, Ukrainian officials said. This morning, around 5:10, the enemy fired on Kupiansk-Vazlovyi village in Kupiansk district. A residential building was damaged. A 73-year-old woman died, Kharkiv Governor Ola Synhubov said on the Telegram messaging app. In a separate attack on Orikhiv town in the Zaporizhia region, 1 police officer was killed, and 12 people, including 4 police officers, were injured, Interior Minister Ihor Klimenko said on Telegram. He said Russian troops used a guided aerial bomb. Russia's defense minister inspects Arctic garrisons. Russia's defense minister Sergei Shoigu inspected remote Arctic garrisons of the Northern Fleet, the ministry said on Saturday, as a detachment of warships was sent to the Arctic Ocean to perform tasks. Shoigu inspected the military infrastructure as well as readiness for actions to protect and defend critical facilities, the ministry said on the Telegram messaging app. A detachment of warships, including the destroyer Vice Admiral Kulikov, the landing ship Alexander Otrakhovsky and the rescue tug Altai went to the Arctic, the ministry said. It was not clear when Shoigu visited the fleet. It started military training on Friday aimed at working out actions to protect Russia's sovereignty in the waters of the Northern Sea route, the fleet said. 20 Ukrainian drones destroyed over Crimea, Moscow. Russia's defense ministry said its forces destroyed a wave of 20 Ukrainian drones over the Russian-annexed Crimean peninsula. There were no casualties and no damage as a result of the attempted attack early on Saturday morning, the defense ministry said on the Telegram messaging app. Air defense systems destroyed 14 drones and 6 were suppressed by electronic warfare, the ministry said. It was not immediately clear what was the target of the reported attacks on the peninsula. My name is Kingsley. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to be notified whenever we post. You won't regret it.